2018 Jaguar E-Pace First Drive. 2018 Jaguar E-Pace First Drive, small utility, big seller. Jaguar keeps pushing into Land Rover territory, but with just enough differences. Grace, space and pace are the characteristics company founder William Lyons said make up a Jaguar. Were he still with us today, he would probably add and a highly profitable diversity in the compact crossover utility segment. When Jaguar added the F-Pace to its lineup 2 years ago, it doubled the company's sales almost immediately. Like it or not, crossover utility vehicles are moneymakers. So adding more of them to any carmaker's lineup just makes good business sense, even for the company that brought us such sports car icons as the C-Type, D-Type, E-Type and the XJR14. So, acquiescing to the inevitable world domination of the CUV, and following the profit-busting F-Pace, ta-da, here is the 1 foot smaller Jaguar E-Pace. The E-Pace makes sound business sense in a number of ways, not the least of which being that Jaguar is building it on the shared JLR D8 architecture that we've already seen beneath the Range Rover Evoque and Land Rover Discovery Sport. While the hood, roof, front fenders and tailgate are aluminum, the balance of the D8 architecture is stiff, relatively inexpensive steel. It saves Jaguar money but costs the E-Pace weight. At a hefty 4,176 pounds, the E is more than 150 pounds heavier than the more aluminum-intensive F-Pace. Life's full of trade-offs. And while the rest of the world gets a couple engine choices, including a diesel, we here in the US will have to make do with just one petrol powerplant. But it's an appropriately powerful enough engine for the job, the 2.0 Ingenium twin-scroll turbo 4-cylinder. We will have a choice of 2 versions of it, one making 247 horsepower and one 296. It sits transversely under the hood, bolted to the seemingly ubiquitous ZF 9-speed automatic, which comes with handy and sporty paddle shifters, as you might expect in a Jag, even in a crossover. Up to 100% of engine torque can be sent to the rear wheels and from there to either individual rear wheel via wet clutch packs on each half shaft. Front wheel torque is split using brake application. The E-Pace controls and distributes all that power and torque with a variety of electronic aids. The one with the most potential for fun is the active driveline, similar to the system found in the Ford Focus RS that sends all the torque to the rear wheels and lets you drift your car to your heart's entire budget's content. More on that in a moment. So how does it drive? On my first stint behind the wheel over paved 2-lane twisties, it felt sportier than its platform mates the Evoque and Disco Sport, as you'd expect from a Jag. Jaguar says the E-Pace competes against the Mercedes GLA, Infiniti QX30 and somewhere between the BMW's X1, 2, and 3. On its own, my first impression is that the E-Pace, as its competitors, feels set up for suburban comfort, not mountain 2 lanes. The steering is too light with too much boost and too little feel. The engine sounds just a bit raspy at idle and the power band feels a bit peaky, as if all the power is coming on higher up on the rev range. Torque is also not as strong as I would have liked at lower RPMs, even though the spec sheet says all 295